I want you to stop fearing feedback because feedback could be a key to your professional growth. Hi, I'm Ken Okel. I am a professional speaker. I talk to audiences about improving your performance on the job. Today, our focus is on feedback. I know that feedback can make some of us a little nervous. Let me take you back a few years. I'm watching a presentation. The presenter did a good job. At the end, the presenter goes, "Feel free to send me your feedback." Makes sense. Sounds good. Then a moment later, the presenter says, "But please be kind in your comments. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. There were a lot of other issues with this presentation." And all these disclaimers suddenly came out. I don't know what type of feedback the presenter got, but with all those disclaimers, I would be nervous about giving an honest opinion, even if it included things that weren't perfect. For your career, you need to be able to listen to feedback. I think of feedback as fitting into two groups. The first is applause. The second is improvement. First, the applause. This is the stuff we love to hear. "You did a great job. Oh, that was awesome, Ken. Great presentation." When we hear this type of stuff, we're like, "Oh, hey, did good. All right. This is wonderful." And if you do a good job, you should hear it. But how much do you really grow from the feedback that's more like applause? Sometimes it can be good to hear feedback where someone says, "Oh, that last story that you told, Ken, it was good, but it seemed a little rushed," or "I think there's even more you can do with it." It's negative feedback, but there's a positive angle to it. If you're going to ask people to give you feedback, understand you're going to get a certain amount of applause. You may also get some tips for improvement. Be ready to listen to all of it. Another thing you need to keep in mind when it comes to feedback is to consider the source of the feedback. People have lots of opinions. Not all of them are good. I may be watching a football game and have an opinion about the coach or the quarterback. That doesn't necessarily mean that my opinion is all that valuable. I mean, I don't have a phone by me where I can call the coach and say, "Hey, you should be calling these plays." The coach is much more experienced than me. Perhaps they are more of an expert than I am. You may find yourself in a similar situation. Someone may come to you with a random thought or observation. It just may not hold much weight with you because they don't have the background to back it up. That's okay. Just say, "Thank you very much," and then move on. No sweat. Related to that, when it comes to feedback, is what I call the traffic cop approach. I want you to imagine you're on a busy street. Perhaps a traffic light is out. There is a police officer, a traffic cop, who is there directing traffic. You may notice in this situation, the officer's having to keep track of a lot of lanes of traffic, letting one group go for a little while, then stopping people, letting another group go. It's kind of complicated. What I have noticed is in this moment, the traffic cop is focused on the traffic that is in front of them. Once those cars go past, they stop thinking about them. They are instead focused on the future, that next car coming. Same thing can apply about feedback. You accept the feedback, you think about it, then you let it go. You move on. Don't get too hung up on one comment and just keep holding on to it forever. Take it in, assess it, move on. Is there a reason why you feel like you're a little more nervous about getting feedback from people? In the example I gave, someone maybe didn't have enough time to prepare for a presentation and they felt bad that it wasn't as good as perhaps they thought it should be. Okay, I understand that. Here's the thing. If you hear feedback that agrees with some of your fears or insecurities, maybe those are things you need to address. If that presenter was going to be giving another talk, make sure you are better prepared for that talk. That is something you can control. The feedback may have been spot on. Just because conditions weren't perfect doesn't mean you can't prepare better the next time. Finally, understand that feedback is not necessarily judgment. Someone may say, "Ken, you said a lot in your talk." That's something I can improve upon, I can learn from. Really work on that. Doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It just means my presentation wasn't quite as good as I thought. I'm not being judged, I'm being critiqued. When you open your mind to feedback, listening to it, considering it, planning ahead, a whole lot of opportunities are going to present themselves to you. You don't want to have a situation where you are getting great information from someone and you never followed through on it because you had some hurt feelings or your ego was hurt a little bit. Open your mind, stop fearing feedback. Hope these tips will help you. Again, my name's Ken Okel, professional speaker. Want to find out more about me? Go to my website, kenokel.com. While there, you can watch some video clips of my presentations. You can listen to my podcast, read my articles, and hey, maybe even give me some feedback. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.